What's up, guys, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. Well, kind of brand new. We did run a realistic career mode on last year's FIFA 22 with Athletic Bilbao, and we're bringing the series back. And as you can see, this time we're going to be playing in England, and it is with one of England's one of their oldest clubs, Nottingham Forest. I'm super excited to be doing a realistic career mode with Forest. We had to wait a little while for them to add the city ground to FIFA 23, but they have finally added it, so now we can run this series. And yeah, like I said, really excited about this one. Forest, a club with so much history. They they won the league in 77, 78, and then won infamously the European Cup, now known as the Champions League, the following 2 seasons. Their last major honour, though, was in the 89-90 season, and they have spent over 20 years outside the top flight. So a sleeping giant is essentially their case, and a lot of older viewers will know the story of Forest, and so for them to be back in the Premier League is incredibly exciting. And as soon as I saw that they won their playoff final against Huddersfield last May, I knew straight away I would be doing a realistic career mode with Forest. What better career mode to take on with FIFA 23 than to try and transform Forest, not only establish their Premier League status again, but eventually get them into the Champions League and having those European nights and European success back to the City ground. So this one's going to be super exciting. Obviously, that will be a few seasons away, I believe. This is a realistic career mode, meaning that all the transfers will be as realistic as possible. Obviously, I know career mode is a bit chalked at the moment, but we will try and keep it as realistic as possible. So that means incomings and outgoings. The club has made a record 22 signings this season, this summer. So I won't be bringing in anyone else, but I will be selling some players, and then maybe from January onwards we'll bring in some players. But yeah, the transfers are going to try and keep it as realistic as possible. So if a big club comes in for one of my star players and we're struggling in the league and the player maybe wants to go, then because it's realistic, I will have to let them go. And even with destinations with other players as well, you'll see later on we've put up a few players up for sale. Lyle Taylor being one of them, the striker, 32 years old now, 1 year left on his contract, so I thought it was time for him to go. We'd brought in a few new strikers, Awoniyi and Emmanuel Dennis, just to name a couple, and so I thought it was time for Taylor to move on. But I'm not just going to sell him to anywhere, and you'll see later on in the video that we got a lot of offers for Taylor, but for clubs in Europe, and he's never played outside of the UK. I think he played in Scotland for a little bit, but I'm not going to sell him anywhere else in the UK, anywhere else apart from the UK or the MLS, which I think is a realistic place for older players to go. It has been touted as a retirement league. Maybe not just for that case, but I will listen to offers. But you get the idea with realistic destinations. I'm not just going to accept the first offer that comes in. We've also upped the injury rate and severity again, just to improve realism. I felt like with previous FIFAs, you only get like 1 or 2 big injuries a season, or even small injuries a season. So we wanted to up that and make it a challenge, make it as realistic as possible. As you can see, we will be sending a scout out to Greece. The owners of Nottingham Forest are from Greece. They own Olympiacos too. So felt like it was realistic to send a scout out to Greece, maybe pick up a couple of younger Greek talents that can maybe come into the squad in the next season or two. But yeah, I quite like that touch. But one thing we will be focusing on with Forest as well is their youth academy. They're known for a rich youth academy success. Players such as Jamal Lascelles and Carl Darlow, both at Newcastle. Matty Cash, the Polish Aston Villa fullback. Patrick Bamford at Leeds, and Oliver Burke, who left for Germany actually. He left for RB Leipzig in 2016. He's had a few loans since, but a few of those players we might potentially look to bring back in. There is one other player as well. He was part of their youth. He didn't come from there, but he was part of their youth academy for a while, and that's Ben Brereton Diaz, who is smashing it in the Championship with Blackburn this season. So a couple players there who we might look to pick up, at different ends of their career, like players like Brereton and potentially Burke could be good players to go into the squad now and for the future, and potentially players like Lascelles and Darlow could be it could be nice for them to end their careers. They're in the late stages of their career, so it could be nice for them to end their careers at the club that they started. But again, that's future issues. But for now, we're just going through the squads, through the youth development. We do have this youngster Benjamin Farmer, centre mid, 16 years old. He looks the absolute real deal, so we're going to bring him in. give him some game time as well. In terms of formation, Forest in real life they play five at the back, 5-3-2. So we will be holding true to that. As I said, I want it to be as realistic as possible. So we're going to try and keep to it. Play that five at the back, three in the middle, and then two up top. And all through that team, there will be players who are key, who have come through the youth academy as well, and who have stuck around. The captain, Joe Worrell, a centre back. He's been with the youth academy for 7 years now, I think it is, or has been part of the club for 7 years. So he is going to be leading the line this season, wearing the captain's armband. He's absolutely earned it, been part of this journey with Forest. In the middle, Ryan Yates, a young midfielder who, again, you would have seen we would have had a few offers from Premier League sides for, and a player that we're going to hold true into the team, and he's going to run that midfield hopefully this season. And then up top, Brennan Johnson, a young Welsh forward who has got so much potential. He was key in their promotion campaign last season, 18 goals and 9 assists as Forest went on to win promotion from the Championship. So those three players are going to be key to our team this season, keeping true to that youth setup throughout the club. But that will be it for the first episode, just a little setup episode. Episode 2 will be featuring the first league games of the season, where we'll be playing Arsenal away to open the campaign. But if you're looking forward to this series, drop a like on the video. Make sure you check out the next videos coming up, and I'll catch you soon. Peace.